Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be discussing things I notice in K-pop, kind of like trends. Also this is an idea I got from a subscriber, and thank you for that lol. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. The first one is dance breaks. I have noticed almost every group have dance breaks these days, whether it be solo or group. Here are some examples. Personally, I really like dance breaks because they usually contain more complicated or harder choreographies than the regular choreography, obviously because they don't actually have to sing or rap during dance breaks. But of course, dance breaks are definitely not new to the K-pop scene, but they are more frequent these days. The next one is less crazy hair colors. I mean, Rosé did just dye her hair blue and Seulgi bright red and Sehun pink, but what I mean is that it's significantly less than before. I actually started thinking about this after watching this video.
연예인 4명하고 그냥 일반 연예인 4명하고 그냥 고등학생 2명
I mean, you don't see that anymore, where more than half of the members have the most unnatural hair colors. The change is especially seen in boy groups for me. The third trend I notice is that K-pop songs have significantly more English than they used to. I'm guessing this is because a lot more pop groups are trying to appeal internationally, and it makes sense to use the most universal language there is for that. Personally, I prefer more English because then I can actually sing along. LOL. Next is backup dancers. I have noticed that a lot of Kpop comeback stages and music videos this year include backup dancers, which are usually only included in award show performances rather than comeback stages. For example, BTS, Blackpink, Everglow, and more. I personally don't have a preference, but I do agree backup dancers make the stages more interesting and make the performance feel bigger in a way. But usually I would think that only soloists really need backup dancers. The next thing I noticed is that less groups these days are doing English versions, which actually surprises me. I mean, there aren't a lot of English versions out there, but I've noticed that if there is an English version, it's from years ago or older groups like 2NE1 or Girls' Generation. The reason this surprises me is that there are a lot more international fans around these days than back then, so I was wondering why this might be the case, and here are a few reasons why that might explain it. 1. The English versions are a lot less successful or beneficial than, for example, a Japanese version. 2. A lot of idols have accents, and sometimes for that reason fans don't appreciate the English cover as much as possible. I am sure there are more, but I just can't think of them. This personally sucks because I would love to have English versions of my favorite songs so I can sing along and understand the lyrics as I am listening, which is a big part of the reason I didn't really enjoy K-pop when I first got into it. For example, I would kill for a Blackpink English version, or can Somi please release that English version of Birthday. Another thing I noticed is that Maknae/younger members are usually the most or one of the most popular members. For example, Jungkook, Lisa, Nancy, Hwasa, Taehyung and Chui. But I don't necessarily think it has anything to do with age. I mean, there are plenty of popular Hyungs and Unnies like Irene. For me, I am pretty sure it's talent, personality, and visuals that make the most popular members, and it's kind of a coincidence younger members often become the most popular. The next thing I noticed is that every single thing is a competition in K-pop. For example, one of the biggest surprises for me when I joined the K-pop world is streaming. I found it so weird because in American pop, fans don't sit there and stream Ariana Grande's MVs LOL, and there are little weekly shows in K-pop where groups compete for trophies. I mean, there is nothing inherently wrong with this kind of culture, but I feel like sometimes fans lose sight of what's really important: the music. Recently Blackpink and BTS both released MVs and the entire comment sections on both their MVs were just spam comments in effort to freeze the views, instead of talking about the music video and the song that both groups had worked so hard on. For this reason I admire smaller and calmer fandoms during comeback time like Revelov's. Another thing I wanted to talk about is changing concepts. Oftentimes Kpop groups change concepts all the time like Mamamoo or Red Velvet. And I feel like K-pop fans expect this from every group. I mean, I am sure you have seen tons of comments talking about how Blackpink always do Girl Crush. And I think that there really is nothing wrong with doing the same concept. Plus not every group can pull off all these different concepts. For example, I really didn't like the dark concept TXT just did in Puma. I prefer the concept they did for Crown and Runaway. And I hate to bring Western artists back into this, but most of them have a constant style, yet their songs are not seen as just different versions of each other. Of course, changing concepts is one of the defining points of K-pop, so I understand why people would expect them to always be changing and versatile. The last thing I noticed is that most girl groups always wear shorts or short skirts and dresses. It's quite rare to see girl groups actually wear pants or floor-length dresses at comeback stages and award shows. I do understand that it's easier to dance in shorts, but I still think that's not a good enough reason. Especially when it's cold out, female idols are still usually seen in super short dresses and shorts, which really shouldn't be the case. Plus longer dresses and pants are their own fashion and you can do a lot with them. So I hope to see more of that, especially at year-end award shows. Anyway, that was the last for today. Today's comment shout out goes to Sayada Pfizer. Thank you for watching and I will see you all again soon.